Next on the list for this bike is the fuel tank. As you can see, the lacquer has peeled off where the sun was hitting it, and it's also got a dent there. I don't have any tools to pull dents, so I think I'm just gonna try and fill it in with filler. I've tried seeing, well, I've looked on YouTube, other people would use some kind of rod to put it through the filler cap, but there's something in the way here. I don't know exactly what it is. I don't know exactly what the shape of the tank is, but there's something, actually it's some kind of air vent that gets in the way of me reaching that, so I won't be able to try and push it from the inside out, and even if I could, it would still need filling, and it's not like it's gonna take a huge amount. It's visible, but it's not a big it doesn't cover a big area. Been sanding for about an hour now. This is where the big dent is. I'll fill that in. While I was sanding, I could see I was using like a flat base for the sander, such as this one, and I can see a lot of low spots here where the sander cannot reach, so I've done it a little bit by hand. Yeah, there seems to be a lot more dents in it than I originally thought. Bit of rust in some areas, which I've tried to grind down to bare metal, and I'll be filling those as well. So the next step is putting filler, and then sanding again. Just put a coat of rust preventing primer on it, just because some of the metal was exposed, and it also helps later on, after I put the gray primer and I sand it down, it helps to see if there are any high spots and low spots. I have now primed the fuel tank just with like a light coat. I'm gonna sand it once again, and then prime it again, and then paint it. Hopefully this time we'll get a slightly better paint finish. I'm still not convinced. You know, I've done as good of a job as I could here where there was a big dent, but you can kind of still see it depending how the light shines. I'm not confident. I'm giving it my best. I've tried a lot harder than I did with the rear fairing, but I'm still concerned it's not gonna look good enough. I've been prepping this fuel tank for about 4 or 5 hours now. It took about 3 rounds of filler to get this to a point where I feel it looks about right. It took a lot of sanding. If this doesn't turn out decent, then maybe painting is just not for me. I've put a lot more effort into this than I've put into the rear fairing. I'm hoping it's gonna look alright, although I can see here there's some deep scratches. These are definitely gonna show, so probably needs a little bit more work in some areas, but this is it's getting a bit tiring now. I'm not enjoying this.